Well, hi everyone, my name is Sitton and I'm the sports executive of the Hurlingham Club. This video is a follow-up to a previous video I did which demonstrated some plyometric exercises for tennis. And in the last video I focused mainly on the legs. Now this video is going to be a little different. I'm just going to suggest one or two things that we can do to improve our balance. At times like this when we can't use tennis courts and we're not allowed to use open spaces too much, the beauty of these exercises is you can do them in a very small amount of space and you don't need any equipment at all. I would add that you should make sure you're warmed up before doing these exercises and be careful about doing them if you're carrying any kind of injury. They're not particularly explosive, but particularly if you've got bad knee or bad ankle, probably advise you not to do these particular movements. Now before I try and demonstrate some of these, I'm quite tall. I've got really skinny legs, which is a terrible combination for balance. So the aim of this video is not to show you someone who's excellent at it himself, because I'm not, but if I can give you some ideas of some things you might want to try in your own time, that's all I'm going to try and do here. So I'll just show you for a few movements, and the key is balance and control. That's what we're trying to focus on here. So the first one, these will all involve hopping. Tennis is primarily a one-legged sport. Whenever you're hitting a shot, apart from the volley, but every other shot really requires you to be using one leg more than the other. So that's where you've got to be very strong on one leg to play tennis well. So the first exercise is simply a forward hop, and you follow it up with a little pause to demonstrate your balance. So I stand on one leg, and I just take a little hop forwards, and I hold for a count of 3. 1, 2, 3. Do it again, and a count of 1, 2, 3. You can maybe do 6, 8 or 10 of these hops. You'll probably find it quite tiring, but it's very good for your balance. But do make sure you're holding for a count of 3, demonstrating you're balanced before taking the next hop. As you get good at this, you can increase the distance you hop, and if you get very good, I challenge you to try it with your eyes closed. So you can try and do the hopping with your eyes closed. That's very difficult indeed, but give it a go. Now as another variation, you can do your side stepping. Tennis is all about lateral movements and being very stable with these lateral movements. So you can also do the sideways hop. I'm very bad at this, I'll try my best. So I'll start by going this way. So again on my right leg, I take a little hop to the side. 1, 2, 3, little hop to the side, 1, 2, 3. I'm not going to record this as many times as I need to before I do it right, because I'll be here all day. But you get the idea. You can take 6 steps to the one side, then come back on the same leg, hopping in the other direction on the same leg. Really difficult to do that. And then do the same on the other leg. Go out and then come back in. And then there's an infinite amount of variation you can add to this. You can hop in a square, you can do 2 steps, then 2 steps to the side and come back in a square. I quite like diagonals. I think they're very good for a lot of the movements you do on tennis courts. You'll often be moving on a diagonal. So again, I hop a bit forwards and a bit to the side. Oh, try and get my balance. So out I go, 1, 2, 3. So a bit forwards and out to the side. Again, if I was taking more time with this recording, I'd do the same on my left leg. But do experiment with this, but this isn't about just hopping as quickly as you possibly can. You want to demonstrate you're balanced before taking the next step. So as you get better at it, you simply increase the distance you're hopping, but you never decrease the amount of time in between hops. So I hope this is useful to you. Go and have some fun with this, and hopefully if you do these sort of things well, you'll notice you're in better shape for tennis when we're allowed to open our courts up again. Take care, speak soon.